You straight up cuckooed that dude, bro. Oh my God.
You've got all your Charger gear on because
Feeling fresh as hell.
Well, you guys better enjoy it. The fans loved it.
You have to love what you're seeing on tape if you're a Chargers fan, especially for the future with Justin Herbert.
On the move and throws and touchdown.
Do this together. Players, coaches, staff, fans, together we can create something truly special.
Stay tuned for some good content.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Charger Chat. I'm your co-host, Wolldog, sitting with my buddy, Kyle the Coach Duggan.
Just me today. Only Duggan.
Just Kyle, folks. Kevin is in Florida at the moment, and he is enjoying the sun, the wizarding world. He is Avita Kediving everybody with his wand. It is, he's having a good old time. So, but
I like to think of Kevin walking around with one of those super expensive realistic wands.
Oh, yes.
And you like go to all the spots and actually does stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, Stellan, leave me alone. I got to do it.
He's like trying to do the flick just right. And So we don't have Kevin for this episode, but we do have fan focus. We've got a Bolt insight that he did, so he will still be making appearances, and he may make an appearance for Ask Boltfam. I'm not really sure yet. We'll have to find out. We'll see if we can pull him. I mean, it's going to be a tough pull with him being in Florida, but we'll see what we can do. All right. Well, let's start this episode off looking over at CBSSports.com, ranking NFL 2022 triplets, part 2, Chargers edge out Bengals for top spot, Chiefs slipping. So the triplets, from my understanding, is you look at their QB, running back, and top wide receiver, and they're ranking them over at CBS Sports. And Chargers right now have the number 1 spot with Justin Herbert, Austin Eckler, and Keenan Allen. The article says the Burrow-Chase connection figures to be one of the NFL's best for a long time and was nearly enough to nab Cincy the top spot in our rankings. As you can see from the average rankings and the fact that both teams only received votes between first and fourth, our panel considered these two teams the clear cream of the crop, a step above Buffalo. Herbert's remarkable first 2 seasons, Eckler's breakout as maybe the league's best pass-catching running back, and Allen's year-to-year consistency are likely what earned Los Angeles just a single more first-place vote than Cincinnati and made the Chargers the number 1 team in this year's triplets rankings.
And that's crazy because that's not just one guy going out there and saying, yeah, I like the Chargers the best. They did like a poll of several writers or whoever it is, and the consensus is that the Chargers, Justin Herbert, Austin Eckler, Keenan Allen are the best trio in the league.
Yeah. Yeah, the average for the Chargers was a 1.8. Highest obviously would be if they all got ones, lowest was 4. So obviously not everybody thought that they should be in first place, but by taking the vote, doing the average, yada yada, Chargers got that number 1 spot.
I don't know. That's shocking to me. That the hype is real for the Chargers this offseason.
Absolutely.
This is not what we get. Like, there's just no way. I wonder if you even get this without the additions. These guys are all returners, right? Do you think that we're voted the number 1 trio if without the additions of Mike Williams, obviously returning, Khalil Mack, Kyle Van Noy, J.C. Jackson, without the hype of all of them being on our team, even though most of them have nothing to do with the offense, do you think that we still get the number 1 spot? I don't think so.
Well, I mean, you got to look at it. First of all, you look at Justin Herbert. Last year, I think through the second most yardage. I think he definitely broke 5,000. It was just him, I think, and Tom Brady. That broke 5,000. So, and that's just in his second year, sophomore season. And like the article said, they're taking a look at both of his first seasons just as like how phenomenal he's been consistently. And what to expect for the third season.
Right.
You look at Austin Eckler, who tied, I believe,
20 touchdowns.
Yeah, 20 touchdowns, same amount as Jonathan Taylor. Didn't have the same amount of yardage, but definitely had more receiving yards than Jonathan Taylor. So he kind of shows the flexibility at that position.
And in this year, in this world's NFL, that's what you want. You want pass catching guys.
Yeah. And then Keenan Allen, who, as we've talked about before, has just been an underrated wide receiver, but puts up the numbers, puts up the catches, puts up the yardage. I think the only thing that maybe dings him is the amount of touchdowns. He's not necessarily getting the same amount of touchdowns as some of these other big wide receivers, but he's been consistent. He's been there. And so you look at that and just kind of take all of that into consideration. I think the argument is there to legitimately vote these guys number one without the addition of the other players.
I completely agree. All I'm saying is from a non-biased opinion, I don't think the Chargers get this kind of hype if not for the other additions that we made. You and me agree. Justin Herbert is, I think, a top 5 quarterback in the league.
Easily.
Austin Eckler is a top 5 running back. Keenan Allen is a top 5 wide receiver.
Yeah.
It's rare to get 3 guys at all those positions top 5 in the entire NFL.
Right.
So I completely agree that they're the number one trio. I just don't think that we get bumped over Burrow and the guys on the Bengals, Mixon and why can't I think of his name? Jamar Chase. Yeah. So I don't think that we get bumped over them without the hype of this offseason.
Yeah.
They're coming off a Super Bowl run.
That's true.
We're coming off missing the playoffs.
Right.
These guys are all returners.
Right.
So I just think that what we've done in this offseason, the Charger hype train is very, very real.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't hurt. That's for sure. And it's just, again, good to see that this was a vote. It wasn't just one guy. Because we've seen that too. Like, guys putting power rankings and it's like, I'm usually wrong with these things, but I'm going to do it anyway.
And they just, you question if they're just doing that to get clicks, right? They're just,
right.
Hey, let's put the Chargers at 1 and see if this stirs up a bunch of people.
Right. Let's get some conversations going.
Yeah.
But cool to see. So awesome over at CBSSports.com. Yay.
Look at us at the top of the list. Number 1, baby.
That's right. Can't take that away from us yet. All right. Well, OTAs are going on. Players are getting interviewed, and there are some quotes here from Justin Herbert on year 2. He said, I think the biggest thing is understanding that we're miles ahead of where we were last year. Last year, we were focusing on calling the right plays in the huddle and making sure everyone was lined up in the huddle and getting lined up on the field. Guys have tons of film to look back on from last year, and we're farther ahead of where we thought we were going to be. It's always great to add those guys in. We're adding a guard. We're adding another tight end. Those guys are smart, and they're able to pick it up really quickly.
Yeah, it's huge. Because at the end of the day, as long as the quarterback knows what's going on, he can get everyone in the right spot. When you're in the huddle, he relays the play. If 90% of the core know what to do, he can tell Gerald Everett, hey, line up in the slot on the hash, run this route. If they're in this, change to this. But if he has to do that to all 5 guys and he's not really comfortable, it's night and day. And everything, I think the most of our success and the change from last year to this year is going to be consistency.
Right.
Everything, our wide receiver 1, our wide receiver 2, our wide receiver 3, and our running back 1 are all the same.
Right.
The only thing that's now changed is our tight end 1.
Right.
That guy with all of those other guys helping him get caught up will get ready to go and be up to speed real quick.
Right. Yeah. Same coaches. Most of the offensive line. And I think really the pivotal points of the offensive line being left tackle in the center, staying consistent.
And our right tackle, although people question his ability to perform, he's another year in the offense as well. He knows the calls. He knows the protections. He's going to be better than a Joe Schmo that you pick up that has no idea of anything. So
right. I think that's also the thing that people have been pointing out, that this is going to be Justin's first year having that consistency.
Since high school.
Yeah. So if last year was like struggles and he still puts up over 5,000 yards, what is next year going to be? Like, it's exciting to think about. And then he went on to talk about his attendance, or the attendance at OTAs. He said, I think it's great team building to have everyone together and have that camaraderie of being together and knowing each other. I think that helps on the field. When things get tough, whether it's the 4th quarter or 4th down, knowing the guy next to you and being able to trust him.
Yeah, that's football.
Right.
You know, like you build, and last week I kind of tried to defend the guys that didn't show up. And as I thought about it, it's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of sucks because like that's when you build those bonds. Like in high school football and 2-a-days in the summer, way before games are starting, when you have double days all summer and you're just dying, or spring ball even further before that, which is basically what this is. The guys that show up to spring ball have a different camaraderie and level of relationship than the guys that, oh, you know what, I was playing basketball, so now I'm here. It's summer. Let's go. So that is kind of a bummer type thing, but it's cool that Justin, that's what he's showing up looking for, and he's there.
Right. Well, I think he's definitely in that leadership role. And so I think it's more it behooves him more to
it's
show
more
up
on
to
his
something
mind.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And same for Derwin James. And they talked to Derwin James on what he's looking to improve. He said, for myself, just being more of that leader. There you go. Being more of that vocal leader that we need on defense and the locker room, just taking that to another level, showing up every day and leading a great example for the young guys coming in like JT Woods and Khalil Mack. They're new here. Khalil is a veteran guy, but just showing them how we do things around here, I feel like that's going to help our team.
Yeah, huge. I don't know. There's just no dollar amount you can put on the significance of Derwin James to our team. He just has to be signed up long term because
has to at this
it just
point.
has to get done. I don't care if you're worried about injuries. Injuries happen. It's the National Football League. You let him go, you bring someone else in that doesn't have those, they could still get hurt. So just sign the man, pay him his monies, and let's go, because this is the kind of thing that not everyone just has respect from Khalil Mack. Not everyone has respect of Kyle Vanoy, these veterans in the league that have won Super Bowls. They're not just going to go to any team and give someone instant respect like a lot of the league does for Derwin James. J.C. Jackson is a vet in the league now. This is his second contract.
Right, yeah.
He respected Derwin so much that he came to the team.
That's true.
So just pay this man. It's just too vital to have him on the team. I'm obviously a big fan of Derwin James, but yeah, get this guy locked up long term.
Absolutely. Yeah. Watching previous games, I don't remember what video I was watching, but it was showing him being mic'd up last year and talking to Brandon Staley, and Brandon Staley just saying like, I love the way that you talk to these guys. You're the one that hypes these guys up.
Yeah.
Like you're the dude. So you know that he is. You see him at the groundbreaking ceremonies and everything like that.
Right.
It's like, if you don't sign this guy, it's a problem. Like the pitchforks might come out for something
Tommy
like
T's
that.
Dead.
That would be.
You're dead to me if this doesn't get done. Tommy
Exactly.
T.
So it's got to happen, and I'm sure that it will.
I don't pull that card. I'm usually like, you know what? Trust the front office. If you don't lock this guy up long term, you're dead to me.
Right. Yeah. If Kyle, the coach, is saying this, it's a pretty big deal.
Sign the man.
Sign the man. And if you want to see another big deal, go on over to chargerchat.com and check out some of the awesome stuff we've got over there. T-shirts, hoodies, stickers, and you can also chat it up with other Charger Chatteteers in our member section and ask questions and Ask Boltfam. So go check it out, chargerchat.com. All right, gang. Well, now it's time to go on to the next segment. It is Bolt Insight. Let's bring in that familiar voice I know and love. Let's hear Kev Huggin Duggan.
As soon as that clock starts, your ass is mine.
When I met Justin Herbert, man, that dude is big as hell.
The goal is to just keep it rolling.
Come in hype because we have a lot of things to be excited about.
All right, guys, we're here with another Bolt Insight, and we got a really good one this week. We got former Chargers Courtney Van Buren and Hanik Milligan. What is going on, guys?
Man, good afternoon, man. Blessed. Can't complain.
Man, what's going on, man? Happy to be here.
Man, so excited, like, to have two former Chargers at the same time. This is like insane. So let's kick it off. You know, you guys were both drafted in the same draft class in 2003. Courtney, you were third round. Hanik, you were sixth. You know, we just had the draft. We got a lot of these new players coming in. It's really exciting for us as Charger fans. Let's start with you, Courtney. Like, what was it like for you coming into the league, you know, back in 2003?
I mean, man, it was, just kind of the culmination of, man, a lot of hard work, you know, a lot of dedication, a lot of, sacrifice, man. And, man, it was a great time, man. And every year, when the draft comes around, it just continuously, kind of dredges up those good memories. But it was definitely a good time, man.
Do you see, like, when these guys are getting picked, you kind of projecting yourself up there of like, man, I remember what that was like?
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I mean, so like every year is like a renewal of that feeling. So yeah, man, it was definitely a good time, man. 2003 and even now, continuing on to now. I mean, everything is good. So yeah.
Glad to hear it. And then same for you, Hanik, like joining up with, when we talked to you, I'm so glad you're back on. This is like your longest running guest. This is your third time with us. I'm so excited for it. But what was it like, joining up with Courtney in that 2003 draft?
Oh man, it was amazing, man. I think like I was telling him, I don't think they had a better draft class than what we had, man. not only talent-wise, but just how we bonded, man. We was all brothers, and it wasn't know about who drafted first, second. It didn't matter, man. And we all was successful, man. And the unity was like beyond I've ever had. So outside,
we were all cool. We all hung out. I mean, we did everything together. So I mean, it's definitely a special 2003. I mean, I know there were other previous draft classes, but we were definitely tight.
And that makes me wonder, like, because you're kind of like, it's this weird kind of scenario where you're getting forced together. Like, all right, well, this is going to work or it's not. So are there other times where you're like, oh wow, I don't know if this is going to work out so well?
I mean,
go ahead.
No, you got it.
No, I mean, I feel like just in general in San Diego, from playing there and playing in other places and hearing about other places, the locker room aspect in San Diego at that time was everybody hung out. Everybody was cool. It wasn't no cliques. It was just like everybody, we just came into a great organization at a great time. So that was one of my memories from that time. Just, it was a very close-knit locker room, team.
Yeah.
It started with LT and Drew and Lorenzo Neal and them guys, man, the leaders of the team. They welcomed us in. It wasn't no look down on us, anything. And that's what started it all, man. When you have guys like that leading the way and showing others that, hey, unity, it is the key of all things. And it just made it fun, man. All the joking around and just, no matter what the situation was, man, we had fun.
Cass was in that treatment, man.
Yeah.
Everybody was cool.
Well, and it's cool too.
Definitely.
It's cool too right now because we're seeing kind of something happening like that for the Chargers right now with our head coach Brandon Staley and the kind of energy he gives off, and like people want to get in there. So like the idea of these new players like coming in wanting to be Chargers and that being like a positive environment. Do you think that's going to help them get going faster and click faster?
Yeah, man. That's the key. When you have your players buying in and your coach bring that type of energy. I think what I see in him is he got it from McVay. Just you see how he celebrates with his players, and I think the turnaround. Not to knock the other coach before, but I think with the new generation and how things are now, he was a perfect fit for the Chargers and the team they have.
Yeah, and I mean, he's a gutsy coach. I like coaches that go for it on 4th and long and that aren't afraid to make the different. The things that aren't as traditional as, I guess, as a football fan, as a good football player. But, it's good for the progression of the game because, sometimes you can go for it on 4th and long and it works. And it's good for the fans. It raises the excitement and it makes the guys want to play hard. So, I mean, I think that the Chargers right now are in a great place to go as far as they want to go. They got a great quarterback. A great defense. They just made the trade for Mac, and they got some guys. Got Bosa coming back. I mean, now is the time. What they have a great stadium. I mean, we were there last December, and hung out. I mean, that's a world-class stadium. So, I mean, why not now? Turn it around and take it to the next level.
No, for sure. And I'm excited about that because you guys, 2004 year, you were on the 12-4 Marty Schottenheimer team where that was a Charger team. Like that was fun to watch. That football was insane. So like,
we
talk a little bit about like what, because all Charger fans were like the predictions, like, all right, we're going to be 12-4. We're going to, 12-5, whatever we're going to be. What do you think it's going to take for us to be a team kind of like what you guys had in 2004?
Growth, chemistry. It started already. As you see the turnaround, finished games, and just the way, like to figure out what Courtney said, the coach, by going for it, he's showing belief on both sides.
Yeah.
So that makes a difference. And
it's showing. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, I was just saying how you could see by the moves they made this offseason, they trying to win now. And they're going to be seriously, it's going to be a tough outing for whoever they face. As long as they stick to to what they've been doing and to continue to grow the quarterback development, the run game. You know, we got the receivers, just balanced. But I seen like get the defense now that Bosa's not going to be able to get double team. You got Mack, you got the secondary. I feel it's going to be a very special year for them boys.
Yeah, I mean, like Hanik said, you know, it's a lot of it's predicated on chemistry. You know what I mean, and the team unity, the locker room aspect. You know, are guys hanging out with each other. You know, are guys off the field or on the field, are they challenging each other in the classroom, in the film room, you know, in the weight room, in the training, and you know, everything, all aspects. But a lot of that, the guys have to hang out, be with each other, you know, just to take it back to the 2004 time, the things that made us special at that time is that, like I said, the locker room was together. You know, everybody hung out, everybody went out and ate. You know, the O-line were cool with the DBs were cool with the line. You know, everybody was cool. So I think in order to replicate or even surpass that type of success, you have to have the team chemistry and the locker room aspect on deck as well.
Yeah,
definitely.
That it's exciting. It's good to hear, and it feels kind of like we're seeing that. You're seeing all these, you know, and it's different now because we have social media. So these players are posting their workouts. You guys didn't have that back then. It wasn't such a prominent thing. So we're getting to see a little bit more of that. That was my other question for you guys is like the idea of, you know, what do you think it would be like for you playing now with social media and interaction with fans? And like, what do you think about that? I'll start with you, Courtney.
I mean, I used to be in the clubs a little bit, so I'm kind of glad that social media wasn't around. But you know, I wasn't doing nothing too crazy, but you know, I hung out a little bit. But you know, I think that in this era of you know, social media and things like that, I think that players do have to be more mindful of the things that they're doing because you know, everybody has a camera phone, everybody has. So I think that the things that we may have, I guess, did and didn't had a second thought about, I think that the players now, you know, professional, you know, if you're ever in the limelight, you're always going to be kind of a target. So you just have to just be kind of careful and mindful in these, you know, in these times with the social media and everything.
Yeah, what about you, Hanik?
Man, I piggyback what he said, echo what he said, man. Yeah, we had some great times. And I wasn't a guy that went out a lot, but when I went out with them guys and teammates. So, but hey, like he said, man, it would have been wild. I mean, fun.
Yeah.
You know, not like you said, nothing outrageous, but still,
crazy,
you know,
but yeah.
I
just the way you're laughing at him when he says that brings me to my next question.
Oh yeah.
What is one of your best memories of being a Charger? Like some story or something that like comes to mind immediately. Let's start with you, Courtney.
Man, just simple. Just you know, coming out the tunnel, you know, starter in the NFL. You know, that's something that I think that every kid that straps on the equipment, you know, that's kind of what they envision, or that's what they kind of, that's the ideal they're going for. And for me to do it from a small school like, you know, Arkansas Pine Bluff, you know, that sends guys to schools, and I mean, it sends guys to the NFL now, but at the time we weren't, you know, just a big school that a lot of people knew of. It was definitely, you know, just kind of, that was one of the best moments. On top of just hanging out with the guys and just being, you know, being able to say that you were with this person, or you know this person, Drew Brees, Doug Flutie, you know, and Tony Gates. You know what I'm saying? These are guys that you know. You know, and you know, just that type of stuff, man. You know, you can't put a price on that. And you know, it's definitely been a great ride, man. And the ride ain't over. It's gonna get better. And hey, it's all good.
Awesome. What about you, Hanik?
The fans, man. When come like you said, before kickoff, doing the bird signals, wings, the crowd getting pumping. They had Milligan's Mafia, Milligan's Island, little corner. And like my teammates, man, like the whole organization, man, was very supportive of all of us, man. They had our back. The trainers, the equipment managers. I ain't gonna lie, I've never seen nothing in an environment where from top to bottom, it was like a family.
Shout out to James Collins and Damon Mitchell and all them guys in the training room. You know, those guys great, Duddy, you know what I'm saying? Chris Smith and equipment, all them guys, man. Just the whole organization was solid. Like everybody was cool. The people, man, it was awesome.
Arthur Hightower, you know, he was my counselor. He was my counselor in college. That's the crazy thing about it, man.
Whoa.
That's how God worked, though. Yeah, Arthur Hightower, he's still there, man. Them guys are blessed to have him there, man. But like he said, it was a family. It was a family environment. I'm telling you, man, that era was awesome, man. Coach Marty, he kept it. Hey, he'll get on you, but he had your back. He had your back. Yeah, he had your back. A lot of times I could have gotten in trouble in there with my DB coach. He used to call him to the side. Hey, man, you got to chill. So, yeah.
I love it. All right. Well, hey, guys, I can't tell you how much I appreciate you coming on and spending some of your time with us. It was so awesome chatting with you and getting some of these stories.
Definitely.
Anytime, man. Anytime.
Appreciate you, man.
Appreciate
you.
Man,
you wild, man.
All right. Take it easy, guys.
All right, man.
I'll be blessed.
Cool,
All right, B.
All right, dog. Hit me.
Yeah. Bye.
Dude, the Milligan Mafia, get out of here.
Sick.
That is awesome.
Sick. Yeah.
Oh, God. Well, folks, we are yet again blessed with riches to not have one, but two former Charger players. I mean, Milligan, he's on. I mean, you can't get him away from the Charger chat.
Yeah, he's just our guy.
He's just our go-to guy.
We are the Milligan Mafia now.
That's right. Oh, my God. Yes, we are. And getting Courtney Van Buren, that is sweet. That is so cool to get not one but two and having these guys talk. I want to know what's going on in those clubs. I mean, they said nothing crazy is going on, but when they gotta start laughing, it'd be like,
I don't buy it.
Stuff. Like, I want to know what was going on, but that is
so cool.
That's so cool.
I think interviewing like ex-Charger players, you get a more real, like, authentic, vulnerable response.
Absolutely.
You know, you don't get the cookie cutter of what needs to be said.
No,
they gain nothing by talking up the franchise and the organization. And listening to them talk, to me, a good locker room is the result of a good head coach,
right?
A leader, right? A leader that leads the whole team, not just here's the X's and O's, but he leads the team and puts people in place to be able to facilitate some of that stuff of guys hanging out and linemen being friends with DBs, and Marty Schottenhammer was that guy. And I think we have that guy again in Brandon Staley.
Well, that's what they were saying.
It's really fun.
The game recognized game. Like, they recognize that, dude, like they love that. That's the thing that always kind of cracks me up too, is seeing people go like, well, if Staley could stop pretending like he's playing Madden and stop going for it on fourth down, maybe you guys might have a shot. And it's like, dude, the players love this. Like, they are jazzed about this. Like, players love it. Fans love it. So, like, that's not a bad thing. Like, you throwing that out as like a negative doesn't
Monday morning
doesn't bode
quarterbacking
well with us.
is not helpful.
No.
Yeah.
So I love hearing them talking about that and just the camaraderie around everything, around the whole draft and everything like that. Like, it didn't matter what position you were, it didn't matter where you were drafted. It was just like everybody just hung out and had a good time. And like, I think you're right. I think it speaks to the coaching, it speaks to the staff, it speaks to the leadership of that team. And for them to recognize that in Brandon Staley, as a fan now, you got to know that that's a pretty damn good thing. So, because, and like you said, they don't have any reason to say positive stuff. Like, we've heard ex-Charger players that have not been happy with the way the organization has been ran, but these guys,
Matt Slauson has a podcast that pretty much reams on the Chargers a lot of the time.
So
but that's my point, is that organization has stayed the same. The ownership has stayed the same.
Right.
The only thing that was different is Slauson had a different head coach.
Right. Yeah.
And that guy did not. Who I don't remember who exactly he played under, but
I think it was McCoy.
Any of those, they didn't have that environment that was that friendly camaraderie. Let's be boys. Even if we don't have the greatest facilities here in San Diego, it doesn't matter. We're gonna go out there and play together, and that's what a good coach can do.
Big time. So Hanik, Courtney, thank you both for coming on and chatting with Kevin.
Awesome.
That is, again, it's so cool to get Charger players on here, regardless of when they played. They were Charger players. They're bolted for life. So,
like I said, I like it more that we have the ex players, the guys that have been through it, and now they're they've gone off and done that whole other thing, and now they can look back with fondness, because that's what we are. We're on the outside looking in as fans.
Big time. All right, well, let's go on to the next segment. It is Fan Focus. Let's see what fan we are bringing into focus this week.
All right, guys, we are back with another Fan Focus, and we are super lucky to have Dillan from Georgia. What is going on, Dillan?
Oh, not much. Same old, same old. Glad to be a part of the show, dude. Thank you.
Awesome, man. Yeah, we're super pumped to have you. We've been going back and forth for I feel like a month, and we finally coordinated and we're together and it's happening. So
yeah, dude.
It was meant to be. Let's find out, man. How did you become a Charger fan?
Oh, dude, when I was a little kid, I would probably say the 2004 season is when I really paid attention. The first year of Phillip Rivers. The first game I remember is when Drew Brees was still playing. I think the rookie year of LT and Gates. But then Madden really got me into football. So the 2004 Madden, playing with the Chargers, that Navy helmet, it just got me my blood boiling.
That's awesome. So what's it? I always like to ask fans from out of state, what's it like being a Charger fan in Atlanta? Because that is clearly a football, in Georgia, there's clearly a football team not too far away from you. What's it like being a Charger fan out there?
It's tough. I don't have really any Charger fans out this way, friends this way, but it's awesome. A lot of shit talking, a lot of, back and forth, but it's good time. We all, I have a shit ton of Falcon fans. So we give each other hell, and it's fun. But I wish there were more Charger fans I could talk to.
No, for sure. Well, it doesn't, because I moved out to Missouri, and I felt like I became a stronger fan when I was away from the comfort of other fans. You kind of have to double down on your fandom around the other teams.
Dude, big time. You got to just go all out sometimes. So I understand that 100%.
Yeah, for sure. So, all right. Well, what have you been most excited about this offseason? There's a lot to choose from. It's kind of the thing we like to ask everybody, because I get different answers. So what are you most excited about that happened this offseason?
I think the best thing that happened for us is how Joey Bosa got help. Khalil Mack coming off the head with Joey Bosa. That's just, that's insane. And then that's going to help. Even if, say, we didn't get so much more secondary help with, J.C. Jackson and J.T. Woods, just with that pass rusher alone, I feel like it's going to be huge. Because Joey was getting double, triple teamed. It's going to be insane in my opinion.
Yeah, and he's been one of the most productive edge rushers in the league. What is it going to do when you have another elite guy on the other side? What are the numbers going to be this year?
Dude, it has to be at least 15 sacks and
I love it.
90, 100 pressures.
I love it. Yeah, I'm excited, man. There's so much to look forward to. It's this is so weird because our defense is so new. It's so different than what it was last year.
I know that D line is going to be freaking crazy with Sebastian and Austin. I cannot freaking wait, dude.
Yeah, and I like some of the other guys that didn't get a ton of playing time, like Braden Fajoko and Forrest Merrill. Awesome. Second year in this new defense, we'll see where those guys go.
I really hope Forrest Merrill makes the team, but with I can't pronounce his name, but the new draft pick, the D line we got from UCLA.
Yeah. We'll just call him Tito. That's what the nickname is. Yeah.
Yeah. Tito, dude. But I hope Merrill makes it, because he's just like a big old meatball just swallowing people.
Yes, he's a giant meatball. I love that. So, what has been your biggest Charger memory? Have you been to any games? What's been your biggest memory so far as a Charger fan?
I've been to one preseason game years ago when Phillip Rivers was still playing, and I got to see LT, but none of the starters played. But my favorite memory is in 2016 when I got to go when the Chargers came to the last year of the Georgia Dome. I think it was the last year they were in San Diego as well. And that was just the coolest thing. I got autographs from Melvin Gordon. Melvin Ingram signed my jersey. Hunter Henry, he took pictures with me. And so that was by far my favorite Charger memory, even though a lot of those players are long gone or on other teams. But yeah, going to a game is awesome. And they're actually coming to Atlanta this year. So me and my nephew and my girlfriend are actually going to go, and I'm freaking stoked.
So that'll be fun, man. That's it's Chargers. You match them up against anybody, it's going to be fun. But going to the new, it's the Mercedes field. I can't remember what it's called.
Dome.
That's right. That's going to be pretty awesome. So you got to represent for us for sure.
Oh, dude, the last time I went, I was going crazy. I was shit talking Falcons fans. And, in 2016, they actually got that huge lead. We were down by 17 at halftime. We came back and won it with Lambeau field goal in overtime. And, dude, it was actually a cool little story. Is my friend and me, he's a diehard Falcons fan, and we made a tattoo bet. If the Chargers win, he'd get a Chargers bolt. And if they won, I would get a Falcons bolt. And he actually did. He got it behind his kneecap, and he got a Chargers bolt. He got it like 2 days before his wedding, too. And she was pissed.
God, that is a real friend to commit to a bet like that. That's gnarly.
He did. It was Andrew Springer, and I love him. But, yeah, he actually did it.
Good, man. I hope to meet him and high five the back of his leg one day.
Heck yeah, dude.
So, all right, Dillan. Well, hey, dude, it was an absolute pleasure, and meeting you and learning a little bit more about you, man. But you gotta stay in touch. We gotta try and meet up one of these days.
Absolutely. Maybe y'all could try to make it to the Atlanta game, but if not, it's on my bucket list. I'm coming to LA one time to watch a Charger game in a year or two, so I definitely like to hit up. And I love the show. Y'all are awesome, and y'all make my whole day better.
We appreciate that, man. That means a lot to us. And all right, brother, we'll have a great one, and don't be a stranger.
Thank you. You too, man. Bolt up.
Bolt up.
Okay. I love you. Bye.
Okay. Love you. Bye.
Well, Dillan, that was, dude, you were hype, man. That was such
Let's go. I'm freaking ready. Let's go. I'll go to Atlanta right now. I'll run there.
Yeah. Oh man, you were so excited, and that is infectious, man. That is so cool. Yeah. I feel for you. I mean, living in Idaho, like, honestly, I'm surrounded by more like Seattle Seahawk and Denver Bronco fans than I am by any other fan base. Like, occasionally I'll see a Charger fan, but it is rare. So I feel you for being out in Georgia.
Find your local diehard bowl club, and if there isn't one,
start one.
Hit up Rike, and we'll see what we can do.
Absolutely, yes. I think that is a great way to find the other fans, because it is a situation like, I know that now that there is a diehard bowl club up here in Idaho, but prior to the start of that, it's like all the fans were all just kind of sprinkled around. I guarantee you there are other Charger fans there, but you just don't see them. You don't interact with them, whatever the situation is. So absolutely reach out to the diehard bowl club. If there isn't a chapter, I don't have it offhand if there is a Georgia chapter. So if there is, find it. I guarantee you'll find other Charger fans to hoot and holler with on Sunday. Yeah. And if there isn't, I think you've got the energy to be the leader of the diehard boat club in Georgia, my man. Yeah. So, again, thank you for coming on and chatting with Kevin.
Yeah, thanks, man.
All right, gang. Well, now it's time to go to Ask Boltfam. Let's see if I can I find my Kevin phone? Can I shoot up the Kevin signal? Will it happen?
Wait, what would a Kevin signal be?
Oh man, what would a Kevin signal be?
What in your mind, what symbolizes Kevin?
Oh God. It'd have to be like a can of beer or something, right? Like a can of Boddingtons, like boom, just shoot it up into
like Duff beer up in the sky, like
that's right.
Simpsons. Yeah.
Let's see if we can light it up.
Time to put your money where your mouth is.
Hi, guys.
Don't jam a thumb up his butthole. That's what you do.
I wet myself in excitement.
Oh, so hungry.
Your thoughts are like totally appreciated.
Catch you later, dude.
Okay, love you, boy.
That's right, gang. It's time for Ask Boltfam, and hey there, look who showed up. Oh boy,
I wouldn't miss this for the world.
Well, here we go, folks. As we mentioned, Kev is on vacation, but he found a way to squeeze in for the Ask Boltfams.
Do you guys want to see where I am? Like literally, my family's sleeping in a room right now. Do you want to see where I am?
Yeah.
Let's show the audience. Yeah.
Let's have a pan. I am in the little thing outside the elevator, and I'm sure somebody's going to walk in here at some point and interrupt me.
It's what time in Florida right now?
It's midnight. Yeah. And I'm burnt to shit after a day at the pool. So let's do this. I wasn't going to miss this for the world.
All right. Well, it was awesome that we were able to get your interviews in earlier, right?
Yep. Yeah, I'm so pumped that Hanik and Courtney came on. That was so awesome talking to those guys. And we have more of those coming up. So Hanik's our connection to the past Charger players. So cool. It's going to be really good. So stay tuned.
Awesome. All right. Well, let's waste no more time. Let's start this Ask Bolt Fam with Gruder McBolt, who asked the question. What's this? What's this? There's powder blue everywhere. What's this? Footballers in the air. What's this? I can't believe my eyes. I must be dreaming. Wake up, Bulldog. This isn't fair. What's this? What's this? What's this? There's something very wrong. What's this? The draft is come and gone. What's this? The streets are lined with Charger fans and laughing. Everybody seems so happy. Have I possibly got daffy? What is this? What's this? This player's throwing footballs instead of shooting text. They're busy making rosters. Anybody has a chance. Herbert's throwing in tight windows, so I can't believe my eyes. The secondary plays in zone and receivers keeping up in stride. Oh, look, what's this? The O-line and D-line going toe-to-toe. He missed. Storm is letting DEs go. Filer is inspired. They're gathering round Staley, calling plays and adjusting smoke and brisket, but no fire. What's this? What's this? It's here. They haven't got scheduling. It's clear. And who would ever think they play the Raiders for the very first game with Chargers touchdowns everywhere and Carr is throwing interceptions without a care. So now correct me if I'm wrong. This looks like fun. This looks like fun. Oh, could it be a Super Bowl ring? What's this?
Holy shit.
Oh my, look now. The schedule isn't bleak. Week 8's bye is looking rather sweet. At season's close, we're on the nose and earned a bye week. What's this? Playoffs are upon us and the nightmares are abound. Our opponents will fear us, and when we win, you'll hear the sound of Kevin saying very nice, and Coach Kyle won't have a frown. The smell of victory is absolutely all around. The sights, the smells, they're everywhere and all around. I've never felt so good before. The empty space inside as me is spilling out. I simply cannot get enough. I want it, oh, I want it, oh, I want it for my own. I've got to know what is this place that I have found? What is this? Super Bowl town?
Holy shit.
The amount of time put into making that, and then the amount of time I can't imagine you rehearsed that, because that was incredible.
I have been rehearsing that song
beautiful.
Since the movie came out. I listened to the soundtrack
late 90s
all the time. So
there you go.
What a script.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, if any of
Incredible.
you get inspired to change the lyrics to a script, make sure I know the song first. Gruder was very lucky. I knew this song quite well. So Gruder, thank you for taking the time.
That was awesome.
To get us hyped up, man. Super Bowl town. I'm
It's
about
the
it.
expectation this year.
That's
yeah.
right. I'm about it. All right. Well, thank you, Gruder McBolt. Let's move it on now to Lando.
I don't know if it's my sunburn or I'm hot, but that was just so good.
It was well. I want to do my best for Gruder. He took the time. I gotta give him my best. So there you go.
Nailed it.
Let's move it on now to Lando Griffin, who asked the question. All right. So just a heads up, Lando asked for me to do Joey B as Liam Neeson talking to Derek Carr on the phone. So here we go. No one knows who you are. No one knows what eyeliner brand you use. If you're looking for a better than 4th place in the AFC West, you won't get it. What I do have is a very particular set of skills I have acquired over a very long career. Skills that make me a nightmare for people like you. If you curl up into a ball now, that'll be the end of it. I will not hurt you. I will not slam you down. But if you don't, I will rush you. I will sack you. And I will teabag you. And then Carr is sobbing quietly and says, "Good luck."
Yes.
All right. Yeah, Joey Bosa's coming for you, Mr. Carr. Because your guys are going to be too busy blocking Mac.
Yeah,
Joey
I like
Bosa's going to have a straight line.
I like the idea. You know how Liam Neeson in that movie in Taken, he like anybody else that's not the main guy, he just walks through like like just in a second.
Right.
That's like Joey Bosa going through the Raiders defensive line.
Yeah.
Just get out of my way. I'm here for him. I have a mission. I'm going to kill Derek Carr.
Joey is going to be a hot knife.
Smack.
Joey's a hot knife, and there, that offensive line is just going to be butter, baby. We're just going to cut right through it.
Yeah, if you guys thought what their goofball did to Storm Norton was bad last year, just wait until Joey gets single coverage on the outside.
Oh, get ready.
Oh, it's going to happen. All right, Lando Griffin, thank you for pointing out the obvious here for Joey Bosa going to be teabagging Carr. But let's move it on now to BTFU.
Certified Fresh?
Who asked?
I don't have my notes. I don't have my notes. I'm in a hotel lobby. Certified Fresh?
Who asked the question?
What's up, Boltfam, my question is, what would be suitable for our fan base to chant during the games beside the good old cannonball charge? I'm thinking the Thunderstruck intro chant during a rally moment, and we'll slap those seats for the drums on the Thunder part. If word is ever going to spread, it has to be through these podcast platforms. So let's brainstorm family trust, respect. K, love you, bye.
I mean, I love that idea of like the whole stadium.
Vibrate. Yeah. Yeah, dude, my son loves that song so much because we headbang to the Chiefs game. Whenever he sees it on my phone, he pulls it up. I think that needs to be 100% our theme song. And they play it at games, so we just need to all, like he said, get on the same page and like let's create something around Thunderstruck. I'm all for that.
Yeah, it's hard to think of anything better than that. Like, what would a chant like?
Well, it's Thunderstruck. That is the Chargers, you know? Like it's just too on brand and too like it would be too good because there's such a gap between plays. Say it's like the end of the game, like the Chiefs game in overtime. Chiefs have the ball. There's that gap in time before we kick off. Then there's that gap in time before the first play. If the whole stadium starts doing that in the build up to the first play of the overtime,
oh yes,
that's something special.
Oh yes,
yeah, that would be
I'm
so
down.
rad.
If somebody's down to start that, I'll get in on the chant. Also, if I have certified, I'll do it. I don't want to be out there doing it by myself, guys.
But that's how it starts. You got to embarrass the shit out of yourself, but also by the end of it, look cool as hell.
Right,
that's when it starts. It's like the first guy that starts a wave looks like an absolute idiot, but by the end of it, he's the man.
You got crowds of people going.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Kevin will be our sacrificial idiot for that.
Would be my pleasure to be the jester to get this rolling.
We'll make it happen, BTFU, but thank you for asking the question. Let's move it on now to Blonded Surfer, who asked the question.
All right.
So the year's 2030, and your kids have chosen to be Raider fans. No matter how much brainwashing you did to them as they grew up, they still chose the dark side. Are you A, throwing them off the Brooklyn Bridge, or B, sucking it up and becoming Raider fans yourself, or C, you come up with your own form of punishment for them? Have fun, but not too much, you filthy boys. K, love you, bye.
No more Christmas presents. Cutting them off financially.
No more
Done.
Christmas. Guess what, kids? I killed Santa. Are you happy now? Are you happy?
You did this to yourself. If you want to bring me this kind of pain as your father, I will bring you this kind of pain as my child.
I can play the pain game.
Oh,
I can play the pain game.
I can and will.
So Kev says no more Christmas presents. What would you do, Kyle?
I'm definitely not sucking it up and becoming a Raider fan. That's ridiculous.
No.
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
What would that teach your kid to just roll over and give up? We're all about the life lessons as dads, right?
2030, my oldest son will be 13. If he decides to be a Charger fan, he's still in the house. Yeah, I don't know.
Drop him off in the desert somewhere and let him figure it out. You know what I mean? Like you'll get home the best you can. The hard really part trial and tribulation.
I do love the Chargers, but the only thing I love more than the Chargers, I think, is my boys. So they just have to be out of the house. Sundays are not welcome. We'll go to church together, and they got to find a way home later in the day. Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Sign them up for like an extra long Sunday school that they have to be at church all day.
It's like Saturday school for like when you get in trouble at school. Yeah, they have one-on-ones with our senior pastor every Sunday from 10 until 4 o'clock when all the games are done.
There you go.
I'm changing the locks. I can't believe you're this soft. Kyle.
I'm sorry.
Not happening in my house. There will be retribution and repercussions.
There will be retribution.
All right. Well, Blonded.
And honestly, how dare you for asking a question like that? Like that, like how we feel
it out there, dude.
It's the off season, dude. People are get ready. There's some up questions in here.
I'm just kidding, Blonded Surfer. Keep me coming.
Thank you, Blonded Surfer, for asking the question. Let's move it on now to Boatville 714.
Certified fresh.
My brush. Thanks, Kyle.
What's the question? First of all, the Raiders. Okay, that's right. Let's make no mistake, people. Those pirate hookers and grab them by the you-know-what. Speaking of hookers, did y'all see the Cardi B vid with the Chargers? I mean, it was huge. I mean, if you could convert any 3 celebs to be Bolt fans, who would it be and why? Okay, the Raiders. FTR. Okay, love you, bye.
I did see this. I was kind of, dude, this is like a Charger media department flex to get them involved. Like, that's
for sure.
The Chargers are doing it correctly. I'm not saying Rams do anything like this. I'm just saying. I'm just putting it out there.
The Rams are boring.
Yeah.
Totally.
They're like, we won the Super Bowl. What are we supposed to do?
You win the Super Bowl and no one shows up to your parade and you're still not doing anything to try to, like, how have they not parlayed this Super Bowl championship into more? It's blowing my mind.
You would think.
Yeah.
But if we can convert any 3 celebs to be Bolt fans, why don't we all come up with one?
We all pick one?
Yeah. What celebrity would you want to be a Bolt fan?
I don't know. I have one that popped into my head first, but I don't know if it's a good answer.
Okay.
But I'll throw it out there and maybe I'll change it.
That's fine.
This guy's just very like over the top when it comes to football. He was an actor and he was actually in a football movie.
Okay.
He's like on the sidelines of UT games all the time, and it's Matthew McConaughey. I think he just all right. When he picks a team, he goes hard, and he's now like a part owner of the Austin soccer team in the MLS.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, I think he could bring some good vibes. I don't know.
Some good vibrations. I like it. I'm gonna say this guy because he could come dressed in costume and it would hype everybody in the stadium up. That's right. I'm talking about Chris Hemsworth. Thor. If Thor came into the stadium, held up his axe, and just some like fake lightning shot down or something.
That'd be sick.
Oh, the crowd would erupt. Everybody would lose.
He just drops in. He drops into the stadium through the Oculus and lands.
Hello, all people of SoFi.
I love that. That's perfect. Actually, that's absolutely perfect. I think I'm going to go with The Rock, just because I think he might supply most of our tailgates with shots of his tequila. I think he could be a good ambassador for us getting party down lit at tailgates. And he's also pretty rad and a former football player and owns the XFL now. So maybe he could kick us some more Parhams.
Oh, he
some
could
more Storm Nortons.
Yeah, he could have some inside dope being like, don't pick that guy. Pick
this true. Yeah, we get an inside track for the XFL stuff.
Dude, Parhams don't just grow on trees. There's not a Parham tree. So we need some help, bro. We need some help.
There's no Parham tree. All right. Well, Boltville 714, thank you for asking the question. Let's move it on now to Herb, aka Tom T's Burner, who asked the question. I'm so excited for Isaiah Spiller. I can't believe we got him in the 4th round. I mean, how often do you see us using Spiller? And if you had to pick one jersey to wear the rest of your life, who would it be? One Charger player and one non-Charger. Okay. Yeah, the hype for Isaiah Spiller is legit. We are pretty excited. I mean,
running back's an exciting position, right? It's like drafting a right guard. It's not that exciting. I'm stoked about it, but I'm not like, oh, hell yeah, I can't wait to see him block a dude. You know what I mean?
It's like the easiest. Yeah, it's the easiest position to see if they translate to the NFL.
Right.
It's the easiest position to be like, okay, well, that worked. He had 5 yards per carry, and he scored a touchdown. So that's definitely exciting that he's a Charger. But we'll see what happens with this running back room. There's still a lot of guys there that have a lot to prove. So there'll be healthy competition.
Absolutely. And if you had to pick one jersey to wear for the rest of your life, who would it be? One Charger and one non-Charger.
Charger.
I don't know why I would wear a non-Charger. I got an answer. It's kind of a cop-out. Obviously, my Charger jersey would be Phillip Rivers.
Sure.
And my non-Charger jersey would be LT on the Jets.
Oh, interesting.
There's a loophole in the system.
I thought you were going to say like a Quentin Meeks or something like that.
I dug down into the loophole. No.
No.
I love Quentin Meeks. That's a good answer, but not forever. Sorry.
All right. Well, I would also have to say Phillip Rivers. I mean, there's a part of me right now that wants to say Herbert, but I think it's more to honor Phil because I think Herbert's going to get honored 12 times over than Phil will. So I would say Phil for the Charger, and then non-Charger. I got to think about that.
Kevin, who's your Charger?
Mine's a little difficult because I have the Phil jersey, but it's mounted behind glass, and I don't really want to break in case of emergency, so I'm going to leave that there because I get to see it all the time.
Nice cop out. Yeah, nice way to avoid wearing the Phil forever.
I'd probably go Seo because it's just 55 is just such a good number. But Herbert, it's close, but it's close.
It's happening, yeah.
I'm gonna go non-Charger jersey. I'm gonna go with there was that one weird. It was the XFL. It was the He Hate Me. Like, what does that mean? Who is that? What does it mean? Exactly. I would never be wearing that jersey, but that's the one I would pick.
There you go.
Or Meta World Peace. How about that? A basketball jersey.
There you go.
Yeah, it's non-Charger. That's another
non-Charger
loophole.
jersey.
Nice. Just go different.
Yeah,
sport.
they didn't say specifically Charger. You could do whatever
they just said any non-Charger.
Oh, take it back. Tony Gwynn jersey. Done.
There you go. Good call.
Oh, there you go. Oh, yeah. I'm not even
Way to
thinking
piss off all the Dodger fans.
Dude, Dodger fans can appreciate the awesomeness that was Tony Gwynn.
Tony Gwynn's
he's a staple. He's a staple of baseball, not just San Diego baseball.
Yeah. That's not a bad pull. I might do that too. I think I'll say for my non-Charger, I'll go Trevor Hoffman.
Oh,
from the Pods.
Hell's Bells.
Hell's Bells, baby.
Loved Trevor Hoffman, man.
That was the coolest.
Yeah, every time you heard that at a game, that was like
everyone just lost their mind.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, there we go. We finally came up with an answer. Yes. Oh, good question. I thought you said you had a question. Sorry.
Oh,
yes.
no.
I had a question too. Yeah, good question.
Great question, Herb. Thank you for asking it. Let's move it on now to, hey guys, big fan here who asked the question.
If you were to get Dutch ovened by any player on the roster, who would it be?
Ew.
This is gross.
This is gross.
You guys are gross.
Who's a vegetarian on the team? Because that would be the easiest probably for the palate.
For the palate.
Just like, if you're gonna get Dutch oven, I don't want somebody eating beef and like
right. So we can
you're not looking for a Braden Fajoco Dutch oven.
Defensive linemen, offensive linemen, they're out.
Get them off.
They're done.
Give me somebody light.
Somebody like a vegetarian kicker, something like that. The vegetarian kicker. I'll take one of those.
So Hopkins or J.K. Scott, something like that.
Yeah, something with a low dairy content in their diet.
Brutal question, yeah.
I mean,
doesn't that require you being under the covers?
Oh yeah, that's the effective.
So it's implied that there's something else going on with that person.
It's bad enough that it's happening, but you got to ask yourself that you're in that situation. Like, how did I get here? Like, why is this happening?
Yeah,
why
how is this an option?
Why am I getting Dutch ovened by a Charger player?
You're just under there like, bolt up.
That's actually really funny to think about.
I just love this Charger so much.
All right, for a Super Bowl, for a Super Bowl, would you let everyone on the team Dutch oven you individually?
Yes,
he said yes instantly. Not a
Super Bowl.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So
it's nasty. And I don't know how that would have an influence over the Super Bowl win.
Don't think about it too much.
No, just let it happen. Just close your eyes.
There's a lot of weird things Kevin does, eating same burrito before every game.
I just don't want it to become a tradition. It's like I have to have that done before every year to be a successful year. I have to get the Dutch oven.
That'd be rough.
All right.
Hi there.
Hey, hey.
No.
Got the weirdest side eye. The weirdest look. This is awesome.
That was good. Did you not know they were coming? Oh.
Okay.
Oh man.
All right. Well, let's
roll.
Let's move it along. Hey guys, big fan here. Thank you for asking the question. Let's move it on now to shamelessly positive Ryan, who asked the question. Hello, gents. It's been a while, but I'm back. My question, if you could put anyone on defense and any position on offense, as well as anyone on offense in at any position on defense, who and why? My choices are Braden Fajoko at fullback and Keenan Allen at safety. K-Love you, bye, FTR.
Good call. Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah.
I have found...
This doesn't involve inhaling farts. This is awesome.
Yeah. This is a little more Charger.
This is a win-win question.
Yeah. When I coached in high school, I felt like obviously you have the wide receiver corner switch over. That's an easy flip-flop.
Mm-hmm.
You do have the linebackers are super versatile. So you could do linebacker, fullback, linebacker, running back, linebacker, tight end. So I think I would put Drew Tranquil at fullback, which I like the fullback call because that's kind of a weird, different, versatile position.
Mm-hmm.
I think he could catch the ball well. And then offense to defense, I think I would put Mike Williams at safety. And I know he's done that. I think we've done that before with them in those fourth and forever end of half stuff.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So I think that would be my answer.
I like that.
I don't know if you saw last offseason, but Justin Herbert is really good at kicking field goals also. So I'm going to go with Justin Herbert as kicker because I just
you're going to go special teams. Okay.
I think he, because kickers get the most points out of any position group in the league.
Okay. Yeah.
Let him have that too. Like just try that out for a year.
Sure.
I'd go with that. And then maybe I think Joey Bosa at left tackle, just because he knows how to beat the shit out of him so well. Maybe he'd be good at it, knowing not how to get beat.
Yeah.
Not the body type we need, but it's all up here, baby.
Smart.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's see. I would put I like Joey Bosa on the line, but I put him at right tackle as opposed to left. I think
quite the
fill a
hole. You
hole.
don't have full confidence.
Fill a hole. Yeah.
You just want him to like not get in the way too bad of what we have.
Yeah, he's just got to be a Storm Norton, and we'll take it.
Absolutely. And offense to defense, I would put I would put Austin Eckler at linebacker.
Or strong safety.
Maybe
I don't know about safety. I'll put him at linebacker.
Swap.
I think he's coming in to hit some guys. I think he's built low.
5'7".
I think he's used to shredding that stuff. I think he can come in and just hit some guys in the gut.
I'll shoot the gap.
I'll give you that. Most of the time, a linebacker basically is the running back of the defense because the same hole that the running back's looking for, the linebacker's looking for.
Mm-hmm.
So he'd have that
Shoot the gap,
advantage.
baby.
So, but him taking on a guard, that might be a tough look for Mr. Eckler. Maybe he'll just get around it.
Yeah, he squeaks through.
Yeah, I like it.
Going to their legs, 5-hole style.
I like
it.
it.
Hockey.
Dude, when I coached at Del Norte, when we went to the playoffs, I had a little kid, Mark Mioli, is a stud. He's now a Navy SEAL, and he was a little guy, like 5'6", maybe, playing varsity football and in the playoffs, and he was a stud. He led the team in tackle. So, yeah, put Eck out there. Let's be that different team.
Let's try it. All right. Shamelessly positive, Ryan. Thank you for asking the question. Let's move it on now to Dak.
Certified fresh.
Cool.
Who asked the question? How big of an impact do you think Van Noy will make in our linebacker core? What will the effect of a great linebacker be on someone like Kenneth Murray? All right, I'd throw the question to you there, Coach. What do you think?
Yeah, I think what's the biggest part of the Van Noy pickup is keeping guys fresh, right? Not having to have Khalil Mack and Joey Bosa on the field at all times. Because I do think the more that I've thought about it, I think they brought him in as a number 3 edge rush. He obviously can play in the middle, right? And that's why we love him, because he's versatile. So if somebody goes down in the middle, we lose Drew.
Kenneth can't play right away, you should be able to toss him in there. He's a vet. He should be able to learn the defense fast enough to be able to put him in there. So I think it's going to help in just everywhere at depth. I think it makes us a better all around football team having him in there. And he's a really good dude. I think he's not going to pull the Tannehill and be like, we're in competition, I'm not going to help anyone. We'll see who wins. He's not going to pull that. Like if Kenneth has things that he wants help with, I'm sure he would give him any pointers and things of that sort. So it's another huge character guy that we've added as a vet to the team.
All right. Yeah. And I'm sure, I mean, just like some of these other guys that we brought in, they brought in players that have been to the championships, have that winning mentality. Bringing that in is also just going to elevate that with all the other players as well, as we've seen.
Man, it's crazy that I'm old enough to be a vet in the NFL now.
Right. Yeah.
And we're old enough to be retired for a few
you guys
years.
Would be unless you're Tom Brady, you're fully retired.
Fully. Full-blown retirement.
I'll be lucky if I got a game in, but
you're
all right. Dak, thank you for asking the question. We move it on now to JTEX 33 and Jumbo Wumbo Ding Dong.
Certified fresh.
Now, you both literally wrote the same script, so I don't know who originally wrote this. I feel like somebody's trolling somebody else. I don't know who. JTEX 33 has been on before, so I'm inclined to think it's Jumbo Wumbo Ding Dong that's
being a real ding dong.
Being a real ding dong.
We found JTEX's burner account, and he accidentally posted
it twice.
Ding dong. Yeah.
So
nice.
I can't tell who posted it first, but you both literally wrote the same script. So here we go. Oh, dude, what's up, CC gang? Question here. Let's see here. Oh, yeah. Would you have your significant other cheat on you if it meant that the Chargers could win the Super Bowl? Take your time on this one. I mean, they might be listening. Additional question. If you choose for them to remain faithful, what other team are you rooting for since you aren't a real diehard fan? As always, bolt up. K, love you, bye. Oh, and f the Raiders, man.
So this episode, we're getting Dutch ovened and cheated on by our spouses.
Yeah, it's you're getting
both
it from
of
all
which
sides.
Seems reasonable enough to win a Super Bowl.
I again will disagree. Oh man, I think Kevin's been with his wife in Florida for too long.
I might have like a minor heat stroke. Honestly, my brain's a little scramby eggy, but
yeah.
All I want right now in this moment, I want a Super Bowl. So whatever it takes.
I'm sure it'll stand up in court.
I'm sure it will. Yeah.
I mean, because it's not saying that they couldn't win a Super Bowl. It's just saying that
it's a guarantee.
It's just making it a guarantee.
I'm going to roll the dice with the roster we got.
Right.
We're going to win
on the
one
talent.
Naturally.
Have you seen the movie Indecent Proposal? If I can be guaranteed that we will win a Super Bowl, I will get as much money as I can and put on the Chargers. And then we'll be crazy rich. Plus we will have won a Super Bowl. And I don't see
your wife leaves you. She realizes, wow, there's some.
I'm kind of rad.
More than
so I don't
Kevin's
know.
given to me.
I'm kind of rad.
All right,
this is a good question.
I like it.
You just opened up a can of worms. I'm kind of feeling this thing. Yeah. Why did I bring up Indecent Proposal? That's the opposite of what I want to happen. Whatever.
Well, let me pull the ripcord. JTEX 33 and Jumbo Wumbo Ding Dong. Thank you both for
Jumbo Wumbo Ding Dong
writing the same question. Let's move it on now to CD, who asked the question. Okay, guys, I've got two. Hoo-ha! Would you rather fight an orangutan with a sword before you go to watch each Chargers game, or fight a chicken every time you get in a vehicle? Also, What would I have to do to take a shotgun with Wolldog at game day, or at game one in Thunder Alley? Hoo-ha!
I like shotgunning beers too.
Yeah, but you don't have a GIF, baby.
Yeah.
Mine has a GIF.
It's not your thing, dude.
Live in infamy.
I don't think it'll take all that much to make it happen. As long as you find Bulldog and bring him a beer,
just gotta find me.
good.
If you can find me, beer in hand, I'm ready to go.
So it'll cost you about $1.50.
Yeah, gosh,
depending on the beer.
Gosh, about a tree fitty.
Tree fitty. I will say, orangutans, they are known to rip off certain appendage when they're angry.
Yeah. Oh, eat faces. Yeah.
The risk of that, I think I might have to go after a chicken every time I get.
Yeah, and then you could eat the chicken too.
Right.
Yeah.
You
and
kill
chicken's
the chicken
not
and eat
hard. I mean,
no,
that's a lot of chicken.
Unless you got an El Pollo Loco. Unless you're dealing with an El Pollo Loco.
Yeah.
Beware.
But this doesn't say you don't get to have a weapon. What if you fought the orangutan with a sword? That might be fun.
But what if you drop the sword? They'll rip your balls off.
I don't know.
Every time you get in a car, this chicken comes running up.
Dude, I drive a lot.
You've got a handgun, you just boom, you just shoot it every time.
No, dude. All you do is just kick the shit out of it. Just kick it across the street and you're done.
That would get old, dude. That would get real old. This
you
is
want to
like,
risk it.
But how many games do I go to every year? I go to like 5 games. So 5 sword fights, or every time I get in a car my whole life, I fight a chicken.
Never in history of chicken fighting has a chicken ever ripped off a dick, Kyle. Just know that.
I'm just
take
saying,
that and put that in the back of your
Kevin's
mind.
done the research.
I'm aware of how orangutans, they're really vicious.
Well, I could take the same gun and shoot the orangutan.
Sword, Kyle. Read the
5
question.
times.
I don't know. Orangutans.
But the orangutan has a sword. Not me has a sword.
Oh, you cut it off. Then you didn't have to pull it off. This is a lose-lose with the orangutan.
I think I take the
You
orangutan.
fight an orangutan with a sword.
Every time I get in a
fight
car
a
3,
chicken.
4, 5 times a day. I have to fight a chicken 5 times a day. It's insane.
Get one of those high-powered scooters that go really fast. It's not a car. It'll be fine.
And it's any vehicle. So if you're taking an Uber or a Lyft,
Late night.
hold on
Late
one
night.
second.
Yeah.
Boom! All right, we can go.
Oh God.
That would suck. I fight the orangutan. 5,
They're like,
6
we've
times
heard
a year.
about you. You're that guy.
Give me a
Chicken
chicken.
All right. CD, thank you for asking the question. Let's
So
move.
random.
Let's move it on
Love
now
it.
to True JP, who asked the question. Excuse me. In your opinion, what single play last year had the biggest impact on our season? How would that have gone differently with this year's team on the field? Thank you.
I think
Biggest
the
play.
play that had the biggest impact was in overtime when Travis Kelce took the ball and ran all the way
Yeah.
down the field, and we
Yeah.
couldn't. We were so tired we couldn't touch him. That was
During the playoffs.
that was the single biggest play, because that we win that game, we would have taken over first in the division. There would have been a whole lot different momentum working its way
Right.
into those last couple of weeks. So I think that is a gigantic difference. I'm hoping with the amount of DBs that we've added, we have a little bit more depth than what we had. Because I know Derwin was hurt and wasn't playing, and I don't remember exactly who it was that was lined up on Kelce, but it was a gigantic mismatch, and he just ran right down the field untouched. So
Right.
I hope it's different with this year's team, but in my opinion, that was the biggest play of the season last year.
Didn't we have the volcano miss a field goal at the Cowboys game, like right off the bat? Like he missed a field goal there. It was something
Sounds right.
big that kind of cost us there. It's just
Right.
another one of those things. He got booted after that. I think Kelce is one of them, but I just remember, like, if we would have won that Cowboy game, it might have been a different kind of season, a different kind of setup. I don't know. Looking back on it, you look at the roster, we didn't have what we have now. So how far could they have gone? But it's something to think about.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to. When I read this question, it's like, well, I want to think of like what's a positive thing that happened that changed the whole season. But really, looking back at last season, it was defensive issues. Couldn't stop the run, mismatches like with Kelce, and it really that. I mean, it's hard to pick just one because so many of those games were close too. Like, honestly, any one of those games that if we could have just flipped it in our favor, would have changed the entirety of the season. So it's hard to pick one, but you've got some good ones there. True JP. So thank you for asking the question. Yeah. Got to do what they got to do. Let's move it on now.
Next question.
Bolt fan 43, who asked the question. To start, here are some haikus. Kevin likes movies Herbert makes. His butt cheeks clench. Gives the hugs for free. Kyle knows football. He loves to fuck with Kevin. He's the favorite son.
What?
Wooldog does voices. His beard makes the ladies purr and loves his segues. And now, Kevin picks any movie quote or monologue of his choosing. Kyle gets to pick a voice. Wooldog recites the quote in that voice. All right. Well, Bolt fan 43, thank you for the haikus. Those were
great haikus.
Wonderful.
Loaded. That's a loaded haiku.
Butt cheeks are clenching for Justin Herbert.
It's on pitch for sure.
It's spot.
Yeah,
spot on.
It is
pretty spot on.
All right. Well, Kevin, pick a movie quote.
We'll go with. Well, that's just fucking great, man. Why don't you put her in charge?
Okay. Kyle, pick a voice.
Dick Vitale, baby.
Okay. All right, here you go.
Hudson Miller.
Why don't you put her in charge, baby? Game over, man. Game over, baby.
Oh, we need to do more of these.
Yeah,
that was solid.
Whoops.
Dick Vitale would have been great. Dick Vitale would have been great in Aliens. I just will say that right now.
That's right, baby. I would have shut those aliens right in their noggin. Put one in the mill and call it a day.
All right. Bolt fan 43, thank you for the request. All right. Now we move it on to Senior Snappy with a continuation of last week's story. Where is it going?
Here we go.
Let's find out.
How does Wooldog get out of this predicament?
Only time will tell.
Meanwhile, in the lobby of a dusty Motel Cinco in San Ysidro, California. So the desk phone starts ringing off the hook, and of course, it's room 68. So I pick up, and he's all, I'm trying to call my buddy, and it's a life and death, whatever. God. So I'm all, hello, this is the front desk in a motel, sir. No matter what number you dial, that phone only calls the front desk. And I swear to God, he freaks out about being stuck in his room. I was going to tell him to twist the knob harder, but he'd probably think I was like into him or something. Ew. Did you try the trap door? I asked him, like, duh. So Enrique, that like sexy maintenance guy, said he's got a shaft that goes all the way to Tijuana down there. He kept saying it was in 69, but I'm pretty sure it was 68. Anyway, Wolf Beard or whatever got all excited and just hung up. Then like a minute later, the cops show up, said they were looking for a dog or something. I don't know. So now it's like a week later and that Wolf Beard guy just still hasn't checked out. I'm not even going in there, that's for sure. I told Enrique about it, and now he's all pissed. I wonder what that beard guy is going to do when Enrique's friends find him in that tunnel. All right. Well, apparently I've decided to go down a trapdoor tunnel, and
oh wow,
and I'm on my way.
Tunnel.
Yeah, a smuggler's tunnel from San Ysidro, and I'm on my way to Tijuana.
Dude, there was actually a big tunnel that was just found this last week.
Oh, really?
Get out of here.
I think it was in Otay Mesa, like a
really?
Yeah, like a structure. What am I thinking? Like a industrial park.
Okay.
They found a trapdoor that went underground all the way to TJ.
Holy shit.
Well, that's what you found, old dog, and you
That's
escaped.
what I found. I found the Underground Railroad to Tijuana.
Oh, man, I can't wait to see what kind of a transformation Wool Dog takes in TJ. Like, who do you become down there? What's Wool Dog in Spanish?
Become a whole different man.
Wool Perro.
Wool Perro.
Wool Perro. Boy, you don't mess with Wool Perro, Holmes.
The return of Wool Perro.
All right. Well, yeah. I've left my dog in the room. I've taken the trap door.
No, you could take the dog down the trap door.
Well, that's not what this says. This says the cop showed up
the
looking
room
for
was
a
empty.
dog or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. No, so we got Wool Dog Jr. He's coming along with me.
Yeah, it's all good.
Okay.
You
I've
made
got
out
company.
great on this deal, yeah.
Yeah.
What's next?
We'll find out. But Senor Snappy, thank you for the continuing story.
Thank you.
We are on our way to Tijuana, folks. Let's find out what happens.
We're on our way to Tijuana.
All right. Well, we go out of Ask Boltfam with an old favorite of ours, Jeeves.
The D is silent.
Who asked the question?
But he's no longer silent.
That's
No,
right.
he's
No,
not.
he's not. He's very vocal. Here we go. I'm back, ladies. Like, lol, since Wooly got the Cholo voice down, let's go with the Chola. That's the female Cholo, just to be clear, lol. What's up? What's up to all you fools out there? It's your down-ass binge pinche Carmen, a.k.a. La Flaca, a.k.a. Shy Girl, a.k.a. Mommy Chula, a.k.a. Raider Stomper, a.k.a. Disrespect my bolts and I'll shank your ass, fool. No lying. Hey, and don't talk shit about my eyebrows either, all right? Because I haven't done them yet, fool, okay? I'll stab you for that shit too, homie. I'm sensitive, fool. Anyways, fools, what's cracking, eh? I've been watching these fucking videos and shit, eh? Our Chargers are looking fucking feed, my fools. That Vato Jamal Davis, no lie, looks like he fucking Hulk on steroids, fool. You think you'll make the squad, eh? Okay, I got 2 more questions for you fools, okay? Don't trip, check it out, eh? What food do you think will have the most tackles this year, eh? Then, for the next one, eh? What fool will have the most catches, eh? Damn fools, don't, hurt yourself with these fucking brainbuster questions, all right? So, I'm gonna bounce and shit, eh? I gotta go put these fucking eyebrows on because I know you fuckers are laughing at me and shit, okay? Don't fucking lie, eh? All right, fools, pinche comment out, eh? Later, putos. Oh, yeah, and the bitch-ass Raiders, eh? Chiefs.
Chiefs is back. Back and insulting.
Oh, man.
I love it.
Yeah, folks, I do my best, I promise. All right, so first question, Jamal Davis, is he making the squad with those tree trunk thighs? I don't know if they'll let him in the building with legs that big.
I think he's getting tested sooner or later. I think they're going to do some extra tests on him because
after preseason week 1, they're going to call him in.
That's some genetics. If that's the case.
Fair enough. But do you think he makes it?
It's a tough position now with the depth that with the Kyle Vanoy signing. That's tough because Chris Rump is there too. That's your 4 right there.
Right.
I don't know. I don't know if he can prove that he can play down inside a little bit, maybe, and add some versatility.
He's got to impress for sure.
Yeah, he's got to be a pawn that can play more than one spot. If he's just a pure edge rusher, then I don't think he's going to make the team. If he can play down inside a little bit, then maybe. I even saw on his Instagram he was playing stand up middle linebacker at when he was in college. So I don't know what his versatility is there, but he's got to prove that he can do more than one thing, pretty quick to make the squad.
Yeah, preseason will definitely be that opportunity if we can see him making plays out there.
Yeah.
I could see him at least making practice squad.
Yeah,
I don't think he'll make the roster. Somebody would have to shit the bed pretty hard for him to make the roster, I think.
He's going to have an off season. And also, we don't want to talk about injuries, but it might be more of that for him to properly make it. But who knows? Maybe he'll have an amazing off season and be ready to go and impress everyone. We'll see.
We will see. And then who's the food that's going to have more tackles and the food that's going to have more catches?
I think Keenan Allen's going to lead us in catches. I think he's going to bounce back from some of those drops and stuff that he was doubted on.
I think he'll bounce back and lead us again because he's just that go-to guy. He doesn't. Mike Williams feeds on the deep ball, which is great. We need that absolutely.
Right. Yeah.
Keenan's your go-to guy. He still is. So hopefully he leads us. I think that's a good thing if he's leading us in catches.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And then the middle linebacker should lead your team in tackles. He's not going to have the sacks and the tackles for loss, but I think Drew Tranquil is going to have a big, huge year. So I'm saying Drew.
Can't argue with that. The only thing I'll say is if Kenneth Murray comes back, I feel like if he can catch something and take some snaps from Tranquil, that could be the option. But obviously the other one, I agree. 100%.
Yeah, it should be Keenan Allen. I mean, you could make the argument with how much you were talking about Gerald Everett that maybe he might have more catches if he ends up being a ball magnet for Herbert. But I agree. I think Keenan Allen should be the one that gets the most catches.
Yeah,
he's got the most amount of seasons in a row with 100+ receptions or something like that.
Yeah.
So I think that's just an easy, done, sealed, delivered, record for him to get.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, Drew Tranquil. I can't think of anybody else. I mean, yeah, there's nobody else that makes sense to get the most tackles. I think it's going to be a year for
unless they're playing him absolutely everywhere.
If Derwin comes down in the box a lot more, then
he could do it too.
But he's a big play guy. He's the tackle for losses, the sacks, the interceptions. He's not the get 12 to 15 tackles a game kind of guy.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there you go, Jeebs. Thank you for asking the question. And thank you, everybody, for asking questions in Ask Boltfam. We really appreciate it. And we appreciate you, Kev, for coming in and hanging out with us for Ask Boltfam. I hope the family's doing all right in the suite and you don't wake them up.
No Dutch ovens.
Go back in I'm going to go Dutch oven everyone in that room. Every single one of my family members
gets Dutch oven.
It's not going to be good. Right. My wife's not going to be happy, but it's got to be done.
It's got to be done, folks.
It's got to be done.
What was for dinner?
What did we have for dinner? It was a weird dinner. It was like popcorn and candy and weird chicken.
That could be a brutal one.
It's going to be explosive.
We'll get them.
All right. Well, I think that's going to do it for us here at Charger Chat, folks. Don't forget to bolt up because we're ready for any squad, any place.
Okay, love you, bye.
Okay, love you, bye.
Okay, love you, bye, fool.
And now, a word from our sponsors. In a world that's powered by football, on the streets where football has power, a new generation carries on an old tradition. Charger Chat Productions invites you into a dangerous world of ruthless men, powerful safeties, and fiery nights at the clubs. This summer, behold the underbelly of the most badass fan base, the Milligan Mafia. Rated R.